There's nothing else I really have to say. Decent character. Yeah. Now let's move on to number 16, I believe, which is Bowser, the king of the Koopas. This dude, yet again, is a pretty cool character, and he's one of the few characters who's been in every Mario Kart game. And now that I'm looking at it, he's probably my least favorite out of the ones who's been in every. Actually, yeah, he's probably my least favorite who's been in every single Mario Kart game. But you know what? Bowser's still a really cool dude, and he yet again just works good as a driver. And he should be in like every Mario game at this point, which is so funny seeing him being playable and stuff like Super Mario Party. But you know what, Bowser, yeah, cool dude, and he's definitely a lot better than Dry Bowser, who's the clone of him. Not much else I really have to say, so let's move on to number 15, which is Koopa Troopa. Talk about adorable Mario enemies. I don't know, but when it comes to Mario, some of the enemies they make are just so adorable. Look at Koopa Troopa. He's just this cute little turtle who comes out and says bop bop to the Mario music. And yeah, he was one of the characters who was in the very first Mario Kart. Although he was absent from a lot of the other Mario Karts, he was still in a decent amount of the Mario Karts. And overall, Koopa Troopa just makes sense to as a driver. While it is kind of silly thinking about it, if a turtle tried to drive, I mean, you have dinosaurs and gorillas and caterpillars. Like, I don't know. It just makes all the sense, I guess. Koopa Troopa, yet again, another cool dude. Definitely one of the better Mario enemies. Now let's move on to number 14, which is Mario, the main man himself. Of course, the classic dude is going to be one of the higher spots. It's kind of funny how Mario's the classic dude, but he's probably less overrated than Waluigi, which is funny to think. Mario is your main man. There's nothing else I really have to say. And of course, he's one of the original 6 who's been in every Mario Kart game. I mean, it would be I think the game wouldn't even be a game if Mario wasn't in it. Well, if it was a Mario game. But it's Mario, come on. He's a cool dude, and he's here to play some Mario Kart 8. While his voice does sound abnormally high than it usually is, it's still a good character. And I mean, yeah, not much else I really have to say. Let's move on to number 13, which is Kamik. Man, what a pretty cool Mario character. While he can be a bit of an annoying Mario character to deal with in the Mario games, he's still a cool character overall. Plus, there's been many times this dude has been scrapped. Like, for example, he was originally supposed to be in Mario Kart 64, but got scrapped. And he was supposed to be in Mario Kart Wii too, but also got scrapped. So, he finally made it to a Mario Kart game in Mario Kart Tour, and a main Mario game in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Kamik and, I want to say probably like Hammer Bro were big, like, ones that I wanted for Wave 5. And while Hammer Bro we didn't really get, we got Kamik instead, which is nice to see. All of the, like, many years later, we finally get to see Kamik as a Mario Kart character, which is nice. And also the fact this was one of my predictions I made as well, and it's like the only one I've gotten right so far. Imagine we get odd characters like Paratroopa and Rob for the last two. That'd be such a ripoff. Anywho, not much else we have to say. Kamik, definitely a good Mario character. Now let's move on to number 13? No, number 12. 13 or 12, whatever one it is. That one is Luigi, the real Waluigi. Just kidding. This is the dude that should be overrated, not Waluigi. Because, you know, Luigi actually is his own character. He's a really cool and interesting guy. Waluigi, I feel like, is just kind of like a ripoff of Luigi. Because literally the name has Luigi in it. Plus, Luigi was the first one, therefore, Luigi is miles better, and he's less overrated, too. This dude is a really cool character, too, and because he's a little more interesting than Mario, he's a little better, in my opinion. He's, yet again, one of the 6 characters who's been in every Mario Kart, but I mean, it's Luigi. He should be in, like, every Mario Kart. He's a really cool character, and there's nothing much else I really have to say, but he's a cool character, and definitely one of my favorites in Mario Kart 8. Now let's go to number 11, which is Toadette. Man, what an interesting character. She did first come into Mario Kart with Mario Kart Double Dash. She was also then in Mario Kart Wii, and now, of course, Mario Kart 8. Oh yeah, and Mario Kart Tour. I keep forgetting about that one, but I mean, every Mario character is there. Toadette's just such an interesting character. Like, you gotta love how she's just there for Toad. And they're both such a cute couple. Well, if they even are a couple. But at this point, I mean, who else would Toad and Toadette be with? Toadette ain't gonna be with Pinkled Peach, that's for sure. Or Peach. Okay, I'm getting way too much off topic here. Basically, Toadette is definitely a good Mario character. Heck, she's so good, she's one of the ones who was in the original Mario Kart 8 game. We didn't even need the booster course or DLC for her. She was just here from the get-go, which that's cool. Of course, if Toadette's number 11, that of course leaves the top 10, with number 10 going to Toad. Such an adorable Mario character. Like, what is he even? A mushroom thingy? Or a small human with a mushroom hat? Is he an adult? Is he a little kid? By his actions, he definitely acts more like a little kid, but you know what? We don't know what he is. All we do know is that he's a Toad. So, yep. Toad is a very interesting character. There's nothing else I really have to say. And of course, he was one of the original 6 who's been in every Mario Kart game. So, yeah, he was definitely a really good character and definitely makes top 10. Nothing else I really have to say, except we have to move on to number 8. Or, sorry, number 9, which is Bowser Jr. Man, I don't know if it's just me, but Bowser Jr. is kind of cute, not gonna lie. He definitely has a much, more simpler design rather than, the Koopalings. And, I mean, he just looks more adorable than them, too. Look at his little tooth just hanging out. And you got, also the fact that he has, an actual interesting personality in games like Bowser's Fury, where he isn't just the annoying, bratty kid like some of the other games like Sunshine and Galaxy. He actually has, personality, and he's actually kind of nice. And of course, let's be real, this dude has to be in, every Mario Kart game at this point, and he wasn't in Mario Kart 8 for some reason, but thanks to the DLC, he got added. Which, he should have been in the original game, but like I said, we had very bad characters who took over his, plus many others, spot. But, thankfully, he's now in Mario Kart 8, and he definitely makes top 10 for me. Now let's go to number 9, which is... number 8, which is... Baby Mario. Yeah, I know, I'm putting a baby character really far up, and this ain't even the last one yet. Baby Mario is just such an interesting, yet goofy character. He was in Mario Kart Double Dash, which is just funny to see. And of course, he was also in Mario Kart Wii and Tour as well. But, I don't know. This little dude is kind of funny. It's funny just seeing his big hat bobble around on his head. Plus, he's been in, of course, many other games, too. He's just such a good character, and I like him. He's extremely underrated. And yeah, I know, you might be saying, well, he's a clone of Mario. No. A clone of Mario is someone like Metal Mario or Tanuki Mario. Those are clones. Baby Mario is basically just his own